Hey everybody, I'm just put on some eggs to boil in the Thermomix, and I know that I shared with you guys that I have redone my pantry, which was actually a couple of days ago. I've just been too busy to show anybody since, with end of month and all the deals we've had going. But I thought I would show you guys what I actually keep in my pantry. So it's quite a shock to some people. I don't realize that my pantry is a little bit different to everybody else's, but I'm going to show you what that looks like now. So I'm going to turn this around, and please forgive me, I have this on mirrored. So up the top here, I have got just anything that I don't use very often. So paper towels I buy in bulk where I can, especially for work. It's from Costco. So I have heaps of paper towels. That's a brand new big huge bag that's just been opened. So in this one here I have my tins, my bread tins that I use a lot, and some other baking things that I've got in there as well. In this one here I have got molds. So molds for Easter egg molds. When the kids were little I made all my own Easter eggs, and they had no idea. My daughter has only just found out while she was helping me that all the papers, the foils and stuff are all in there. So 14, she just found out that was all me. And over here in this one is all of our baking stuff. So that's something that mainly the kids use. So it's got all of the colors, the so a few more molds, it's got cookie cutters, it's got absolutely anything to do with baking. All the little bits and pieces are all in there. So my next shelf down, I have all of my flours. So baker's flour I buy in bulk from Costco, and same with the self-raising flour and stuff. So I actually have some containers down the bottom, which I put the rest of them in. So these are the same. These are really good. These are the Decor ones. They've got a handle, so it's a little bit easier for the kids to grab them, and they hold 5 kilos. So that the Costco one is about 12.5 kilos for baker's flour. So I have a couple of those ready to go. Then I've got plain flour in the smaller containers, all my sugars and cocoa. Some tapioca, the open tapioca, some bread improver in there for my breads, which I'm going to do hopefully later this morning. My rock salt and corn flour are in there, bicarb baking powder. So the baking powder I make from scratch using my Thermomix, so that actually needs to be refilled a little bit. It has got some sitting up the back there, you just can't see it. KFC seasoning, Thermobexter wedges seasoning needs to be refilled. And then I've got some Indian spices in there. I buy those in bulk because I use them with the team. I get the team some as well. And then milk powder. So sometimes it's just cheaper to use milk powder in baking goods, especially because we buy the good milk, the A2 milk. So down here I have got a whole bunch of stuff for gluten-free cooking. So these are things, there is coconut sugar there, there's psyllium husks, there's raw buckwheat, and all sorts of stuff are sitting in there. And then I have got a couple of bought gluten-free flours, but I do usually have that that I make myself as well, but sometimes it just makes it straight for the recipe. A bunch of other gluten-free flours and things in there. Then we've got our little coffee station. So that's about it for that, because I don't drink coffee, so that's it. Then my little condiments container. I have got just a couple of vinegars and extra yeast for the fridge when it's opened, some mustard and things. All of my sauces, so I use a lot of different sauces, so I've got all of those in there. Just my wraps. I have some already pre-made bags, so if we're having pizza we're able to just grab a bag sometimes. These are usually for work, but at the moment I don't have to leave the house. So underneath here is all of my spices. Now I have to have them a little bit different to others and keep them in the container because I take them camping with me. So I need them to be really easy, and I've just written on the top of them. That's a lie. My daughter's written on the top of them what they all are, so that they're easy access. Same with this one. We've got a few bulk ones and a few bagged ones. This is actually an Italian spice mix that was made in the Thermomix. So, but a lot of the pastes and things I keep in the freezer. Rice and pasta collection, lasagna sheets and vermicelli, some gluten-free wraps because we go through those like there's no tomorrow. So sometimes we make the non-gluten-free wraps, but I've just been buying these gluten-free wraps. So if you haven't tried them, they're amazing. We use them for sandwiches, etc. So they're great. And then we have, I'm just going to flip this over so that it's actually the right way. It's getting annoying. So then we have got all of my tins. So I've just got some coconut cream, pears, diced tomatoes, some tuna, and peas, I think. And that's about it in tinned goods because we buy everything fresh, and we go through it that quickly. Next one down is just onions, sweet potato, garlic, and lots of it. Potatoes, some sugar and some cereal. We don't eat a lot of that. We usually have fresh ingredients for breakfast. And then we've got an overflow of our junk food that we buy. So that little section is usually filled with chips, but I'm eating too many, so I've gone on strike and I won't buy anybody any chips because I'm horrible. And then down the bottom I've got my air fryer and all of my extra bulk stuff, so things that I've got two of are all sitting down there because they need to be refilled shortly or whatnot. So there you go. There's my pantry all cleaned out. It made such a huge difference making all the boxes the same. I had it very similar, but every box was different. And it was really hard to find things. So I'm very happy with my isolation cleaning. Now, as you've noticed, there's no bottled goods or pre-made bottled sauces, pre-made packet mixes, anything like that in here, because I simply do not need it. That's my eggs ready. I'm just going to grab those out. I hope you enjoyed. Talk soon. Bye.